It's interesting. It doesn't want it's not letting me pull up my thing. I wonder why, because I'm pretty sure if I go, it's not gonna work. Yeah, it's just straight up not gonna work. We do love this. I don't know why it's not letting me. There we go. I don't know why it hated that option, but it did for some reason. That was weird. But hey, we got it. It's working now. Sweet. Uh-oh. What do you mean, uh-oh? It's not that bad. Surely. No, it is. Don't fret. We are in Wuthering Waves, but that's just because one, it felt weird not starting in a gacha game, and two, I don't want to start immediately to give people a chance to come in and hang out. So, but what is there to So I guess I expect people to show up relatively quickly, so we aren't gonna stay too long here. Um, but yeah, as soon as people start showing up, we're gonna stop what we're doing and we're gonna get going with what we've got planned. Hello, Ketchup. How you doing today? Hello, Percy. How are you? Uh, yeah, I was gonna say I already reached my weekly limit. I was gonna be really happy for a minute. So, but are you guys excited? I do have some surprises for you that I've opted to do later on in the stream. So I'm really excited to see you guys' reaction to that. But I do have some surprises cooked up for you guys as well.
Life is in everything. The fruit of evolution.
So no cooking with you today.
Sentinel, protect me.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna do the cooking today with some really crappy emotes. I'm really excited. I'm not an artist by any stretch of the imagination. I am terrible at art. Terrible at art. But I think it's gonna be fun regardless. I think it's gonna be really fun.
All yours. My shield can withstand more than that.
Leave it to me. Watch out! The fruit of evolution. Sentinel, protect me. Together we stand. Crystals, give me strength.
There we go. I simultaneously do not like the bonus stuff because it's like it just takes longer to actually finish farming, but at the same time it makes sense. So I want to pull in what Woo so bad. For who? I will take that to one cost.
Together we stand. Answer me.
Because I'll tell you, Chad, I'm going to be tempted to pull for Augusta. Because I'm already really contemplating it. But even though I'm already contemplating it, like I won't not even though I'm already contemplating it. But it's just Augusta's so cool. She's so cool. That's the point. I don't like any of the upcoming characters. So I see that as that's not a bad thing. Like sure you might want to pull, but I guess to me there's no point in pulling for a character you don't like. So I'm always okay with them releasing a bunch of characters that I don't care about. Now Wuthering Waves hasn't done that yet. but in just gacha games in general, I'm really okay with them releasing characters that I don't really care about because that means I get to save more for the guarantee of characters that I do want, and maybe that also guarantees that I get their weapon. Tis the roamer and the thumb. It is. It is. And so I do have some surprises cooked up for you guys, and I'm really hoping it works because it's my first time doing a lot of this. Um, but I also started off this stream in Wuthering Waves because I wanted to give people a chance to come in and not just immediately start. So although we're playing Wuthering Waves, we will very quickly go into
All yours.
creating emotes as soon as we get some people in. So. But how are you doing, Xavier? It's good to see you. Are you excited for today?
Give me your worst. Fine. Comes with the job, I guess. That's just
Leave it to me.
scratch.
I'm good. I'm very excited. I am too. Like I'm not good at art. I'm really, really not. So we're probably all gonna have a moment to laugh at my inability to draw, especially since I'll be drawing with a mouse, which is gonna be a little weird. Um, but I am excited. I'm very excited. I'm going to try my best. I think the biggest thing is I'm gonna have to remind myself to take my time because like
Fruit of evolution.
I don't wanna rush, but at the same time my art's bad enough anyway. I don't think it's gonna matter.
Fine. Comes with all yours.
So I'm playing HSR instead. Yeah, I mean that's a fair tactic. Absolutely, Ketchup. We'll definitely take that. Arrow. Don't want that. We will take that. I don't have. If I ever end up getting have a character, I guess technically I could use Rover with this.
Fine.
I didn't get to log into
Comes
HSR
with the
yesterday.
job, I guess.
That's unfortunate.
all yours.
Yeah, we do like getting our dailies in. I'm already in Bellabog. Right, yeah, no, I think with Archer, you'll be able to breeze through most of Bellabog. Svarog might give you a little bit of trouble, unless if you, like, purposely built Serval so that you can break his hand to stop him from stealing Archer from you. But other than that, I think, yeah, you'll have no problem for quite a while, actually, I think.
All yours.
But it's gonna be interesting.
You barely made a dent.
Sentinel, protect me. Repent.
Serval was my DPS for Bellabog. Serval's very, very solid character early on. Like, they give you a pretty good character to use for free. For all of Bellabog, especially since almost every enemy in Bellabog that's going to be a problem is weak to electric, which is really, really nice. Are you gonna be nice? No? Okay, fine, we'll just do this. Nah, we'll take the Havoc. Okay, cool. I shouldn't have. Should I use someone else right now? I'm using Archer, Asta, Herta, and Natasha. Right now I think you're fine. Like I was saying yesterday, I think the faster you can get Lynx, the better. Because Lynx is just significantly better than Natasha. And then yeah, I don't think. I guess if you really want to, if you're okay doing it, if you want to skip to Inforius and then skip the storyline to unlock Trailblazer. Trailblazer is going to be an upgrade from the mini Herta. But that's if you want to do that. If you want to play it all throughout like normally, then that obviously makes sense. My team for Bella goes to Raul, Bronio, March 7th, Asta. Yeah, Bronio and Asta are cracked characters. Like I said, Serval's good, but unfortunately, as most 4-stars, she does fall off in MOC and stuff. But and we love March 7th, even though her preservation forms are very strong. I don't think I didn't think about any healers at the time. We just had Natasha and Link, so I mean, if you're not losing, I don't think it matters. How can I skip straight to Enforce? I think there's a I can't remember because I had the option to do it on my HSR account. Um, I think you can. Oh, I can't remember. Maybe it isn't a thing anymore. Maybe they only made it a semi-permanent thing or a limited time thing because Trailblazer. But I think if you go to Trailblazer, activate his form change, and then go down to where it says Remembrance, it'll be like it's locked behind this. Do you want to proceed to this story? You know, to keep in mind you won't understand what's going on. Um, maybe they don't let you do it anymore. When I created my second account for content, it let me. Maybe that's not a permanent thing, and that would be kind of unfortunate if it isn't. But my plan was kill everything before they can kill you. That's a solid plan. And actually, that's the name of the game in MOC too. So you know, who can really blame you? Okay. If people don't start coming in at the hour mark, then we're just going to go ahead and start. Because I don't like the whole point of this stream is not to play Wuthering Waves. I promise it's not to play Wuthering Waves. I can't switch him. I don't have the switch button. So probably you have to get to the Cocolia fight because at my account I was past Cocolia fight, so I had air quote completed Bellabog. Nobody can beat me when I'm Super 17. Absolutely, absolutely. So you might be able to do that catch up when you get to Cocolia. Okay, I'll do it. I don't think there's a reason to be upset with that. I think, but Bellabog is a great thing to go back to. I love Bellabog. It's such a good story. Um, and so going back to Bellabog's never not something I would be too worried about. Not to mention it's very short, especially when compared to like Amphorius. Bellabog's very very short. Okay, what bond details are we getting today? What do we care about? So Jinchi, Changling. Cool. So you want Cardathia and Brant. Didn't I just say Changling? I'm able to get her right now? Sweet. Yeah, that's true. I really like Belgrade. It's my third time doing it. That's also fair. When I did it, it was my first time, and I was really, really happy to just go back and experience it all for the first time again. Um, so there's that. Do I refresh? Yeah, because I can't afford it, so that was a waste on my part. Belobog is like a Belobog is amazing. I really hope that they figure out a way to make us go back. They probably will only really make us go back for small events or if a character's released that isn't Belobog. But with so much going on in Enforius, that's not going to happen. They might do it with the interlude between Enforius and the new area. I can see them doing it then, like adding older characters to older places. Or we might end up just going back to the Xingqiu Lafu for an update or two to see what's going on with, like, Jingliu and those kinds of things, but other than that, I don't really know. So, but it would be sick to go back after about like a time skip and see how Bellabog's actually doing. I think that'd be great. I don't have very many points. I really want to get into a combat. The game's like gating me from combat. If I hadn't pulled casters on my second account, I wouldn't have created this one. Right. Yeah.
Take form.
I've thought about coming back to my second account and like doing something with it, but I also don't know what it would be. Like, I feel like it would be one of those accounts that's like, oh, Nihility only, for example, or Hunt only, or something like that. The problem being, there's no, I mean, like, Kafka's coming back, but then they'd basically be playing my account over again. So I don't know. Jinchi uses a sword, so we're gonna do that. So yeah, I don't really know about that one. But yeah, so guys, after I finish this fight, do y'all want to see the first surprise I have cooked up?
Thine harmony.
Or do you want to wait until we actually start doing the like the actual Twitch creation stuff?
The sky beckons.
I'm doing a one character only account on Genshin. It's going decently. We wait. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. We can do that. Which character? I guess which character, and are you allowed to use other characters for like progressing exploration? I'm doing Jalonin. Interesting. Props to you. That'd be. Actually, would that be hard? Is that hard or no? Because like I would imagine using a support would be relatively challenging, but at the same time, it's Natlan, so maybe not. I like only challenge. I'm watching it on Kekvin's channel. I don't know who that is. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe when they come out with the new path, maybe it's like I'll do that path only. But then again, it's like they're gonna come out with so many of them back to back to back to back. I don't have the summons for that, so I don't know. I'm allowed to use the characters for exploration quest events. Gotcha. Okay, that sounds fair. Yeah, I think if I had to pick one character to use in Genshin, it'd be Ganyu because she does everything on her own. Like she's one of the best characters to explore with because her damage is tied to her auto and not her E or her alt. So she's just always able to do the maximum amount of damage that she can all the time. So exploring with Ganyu is so nice. Angelina is tough since she cannot heal. Right. She buffs the other parts of the team, so that'd be interesting. Although there is some parts that she does that's really nice. Like she's able to buff, or not buff, she's able to climb up walls, which I guess if you're not in that lane, not very frequently, but she can do that, which is still an upgrade. He recently started Destruction Only Challenge. That'd be actually not harder than you would think, because you don't have any sustain, and you don't have any buffs. So you would, I guess, it would just be one of those things where you just have to out DPS before your HP goes to 0. So that's actually pretty interesting. You got Phanon in first down. Yeah, like you'd want to. If I were to start an account that only has like one character or like one path, I would absolutely only start that account when a cracked character on that path is out. Like I'm not I'm not starting Destruction only and then staying as just Trailblazer until Phanon gets a rerun. That's not happening. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, so. My go for Shalonen is C6 R5, clear Spiral Abyss, beat every boss. Solo or with a team? I guess, yeah, Spiral Abyss actually does let you do things solo. Because it's like, it's the Imaginarium Theater that's stupid. I hate Imaginarium Theater so much. It's so bad. Increase team level by 5. I'm not doing theater. Well, I mean, yeah, you can't. Theater makes you have more characters than you care about, and if you don't have enough character elements, you can't actually do theater. I hate it. Theater is such a theater had such a good potential because it could have turned out more like Sim Universe, but no, they just made it terrible. But again, I don't play the game anymore, so it doesn't really affect me very much. Though I do need another character for Spiral Abyss. Yeah, because it's the two sides, yeah. I mean, when I used to watch a lot of Genshin content, when people would do solo, they would just use a regular team on the other half and like call it a day just to get to the other character faster. So, like I don't know how many characters you have on Genshin, but I'm assuming you have like an actual team that you could use if you wanted to. Feels like I'm cheating with Archer. Yeah. I can only imagine going back to Belobog with the strongest character in the game at the moment. Yeah, that'd be interesting. But like, could you guys imagine, right? When HSR ends, they let you replay the story with your account, like kind of like New Game Plus, but you get to keep all your characters and stats. So it's just like imagine going through Belobog with like a maxed out Phanon with premium team and all that kind of stuff. That'd be dumb. That'd be kind of funny to watch because you would breeze through literally everything in the game. But at the same time, I wouldn't want to. I like Inforious. I would not want to replay through all of Inforious. I'm gonna be completely honest. There's Fevers. They should make it tougher. I can see them do, like, again, I don't think they'll ever do that because one, HSR is not going to end for many, many years to come. Unless if they, mishandle it and it goes down and then they shut it down. But like story-wise, I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. But if they make it too hard, that might be like they would have to be like a weird middle ground between Spiral Abyss or not Spiral Abyss, Memory of Chaos hard and harder than like farming art relics, you know. So it would take some balancing, but I think it's definitely doable. So, Ketchup, do you have access for MOC or no? Not yet. Because I know you get it at some point in Belobog story. I think it's once you go back, actually. Once you beat Belobog, you get access to it. So, I mean, at the end of the day, Ketchup, I don't know what you want to do with that account, but leveling up Natasha's not a bad thing, because if you don't pull very often, or if like you have a no-pull account, you'll need a second team for MOC anyway. It's like you'll just use her on that team. Genshin is getting a little close to the ending, which is kind of why I have it installed on my computer. Like, if I ever decide to stick it out to the end and like see what the big ending's about, even though I actually haven't played Fontaine or finished Simmer, so like, that'd be a little weird of me. But, you know, I'm a little weird. But yeah, I guess I don't know what they're gonna do with Genshin. Because like with HSR, it's pretty straightforward. You just keep creating more planets. Because like Trailblaze is the path of Trailblaze just never like ends. I can see them like ending the current story arc, like the overarching story where the Trailblazer regains his memories. We defeat Nanook. Everyone goes home and enjoys Himiko's not coffee. But at the same time, it's like when you're dealing with space, you can be like, oh well, you encounter the far reaches of space. Here's this dormant sentient thing that's going to try and devour the universe. But you know, it's just kind of one of those things. Oh, we have to fight the Abyss siblings at the end or something.
Take form.
That would be really interesting. I don't know how they would code it, because it'd be very similar to fighting a PvP character, like PvP, which they've adamantly said no about, which is fair. I mean, I don't know how Getcha would ever do PvP. But yeah, it would be kind of cool if like the final big bad is the sibling. I just don't know how they would do that. All right, we have 30 minutes left, and then unfortunately people don't show up. Then you know they'll show up later.
Thus it ends. Take
Beckon the divine flames.
flight.
I don't wanna. Well, my characters are not leveled up. No traces, no like no relics. Well, at that point in the game, Ketchup, you don't want to be farming relics because it's a waste of your resources. So honestly, what I would do if I were you in that situation, Ketchup, is I would just focus on Archer, level him up, level up his traces, do that, and then just hard rely on Archer to carry you through everything. A lot of your team will probably die, but as long as Archer survives and Archer is able to clear content, then you can just kind of bully your way into getting links later, and then you have a sustain that you care about. But that's what I would do. I would just lean on Archer the entire time.
Take form.
Okay. Okay, I'll level him up. Yeah. Imagine, I think PvP in a gacha game like Genshin and HSRCC would be terrible in general. Imagine all C6 characters you'd have to fight. I think, like, there are definitely ways to do it. I definitely think that it would be very, 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 very hard to make it fair. And I don't mean fair in the sense of, like, everyone has a chance of winning, but fair in, like, you're not going to put someone who's new to the game against someone who's been playing since day one and has C6 characters. Like, that's just not fair. I can imagine them, if they were to, create a different matchmaking system. And if you have C6 characters on your team that you're actively using, pair them against other C6 characters that are in the pool, if that makes sense. Because it's kind of like skill-based matchmaking, but for the constellations of characters. Because there are gacha games that don't necessarily do that specific, but have PvP in their gacha games. Like, I think Epic 7's a good example of it, because Epic 7's a good gacha game. And that heavily leans into PvP. But because of it, their characters are obviously built with PvP in mind, whereas HSR's and Zenless is not. So they would have to, like, redo a lot of character kits. I think HSR PvP would work. HSR PvP would work for the most part. I think the hardest part's going to be making, like, resistances. Like, how would resistances work? And I don't mean resistance to, like, element. I mean, like, resistances to ailments like dot and things like that. Especially since you end up having moments where it's like speed tuning would also be slightly difficult. Because in HSR, you're kind of used to having all 4 of your characters go roughly around the same time. To do that in PvP would probably not be the case, so you'd have to like rework all of your characters. I don't know. They have the turn-based system, so like turn-based is probably the easiest to implement. Some characters have, yeah, like there are some characters that are just straight up immune, like period whatsoever. Like
I shall lead the way.
I don't know how that would be, like how you would do that. And then you have characters like Phanon, who's like, yeah, you beat Phanon, so do you win the game, or do you have to fight the rest of his 3 characters after fighting essentially your raid boss? Now, the 3 characters are probably going to be, like, supports, so they shouldn't be too hard, but you could also just use Phanon with, like, Clara, for example, and have, like, there's so many different things that they could do that would be, like, really, really annoying to fight. So it would take a lot of balancing. A lot of balancing. Ban Phanon in general? Well, then where does the banning of characters start and stop? Because you could also do like Fei Xiao. Fei Xiao can yoink in one character into a domain for her ult. So it's like she gets to, so like it's like Fei Xiao. Let's say you're fighting Fei Xiao, and she yoinks your support. So like she yoinks Robin. Break effect wouldn't work because your characters don't have a break bar. Assuming they add one, that if she would break Robin, potentially just straight up kill her. You lose her buff, and then Fei Xiao gets to follow up again. So it's just like you can get those really, really crazy what if scenarios. Casters Phanon, Fei Xiao, Akron probably have to be banned. Well, yeah, but then you have the part of it's like you're banning all the really popular characters that people would want to play in PvP. So like, would PvP be used or not? Because they could do the theme of like this. We're introducing PvP, but we're doing OG characters. So it's kind of like anyone from Belobog and the first part of Jingshou Luofu. Because then you'd have like Serval versus Serval and things like that, which would be really relatively fair. Sela would be a pretty good character to have in that because she can follow up, but it's not like stupid like Fei Xiao's. So I think if they have like kind of air quotes seasonal things like, oh, this run of PvP is Belobog and Xingqiu Luofu. This run is just this planet. But then it would get really weird once you get to Enforius because you'd have like, assuming you have 3 remembrance characters, that's 8 different things taking turns and taking damage and taking a speed creep. So it'd be interesting.
I shall lead the way. Fluorescent shadows. Heaven ordains. Banish all vice. Evil be cleansed.
He did it. Archer's the best. I have no doubt in my mind Archer's gonna be able to clear all of Belobog relatively easily. He's just that strong. Yeah, and that's just one of the many things that it's like, how would that work in a PvP setting? Because if you have 2 Phanons going together, but one can't use his ult because the other one's using his ult, well, then it's just a speed race to see who can get Phanon and his ult faster than the other ones, and then it's just a speed tuning thing. So it would be cool. It would be super hard to balance, like super incredibly hard, and they would have to like rework entire character kits for the sake of it. So Natasha, I mean, yeah, there's a reason she's not used in Emma. Like, she's not used in Endgame because she's the beginning healer you get. She's not gonna be exceptionally strong or anything. Like, Natasha exists to be that bridge before you get links. That's like the entirety that Natasha exists for, is just to wait until you get links. So oh, forgot to tag. Yeah, go for it. I have so many things. I'm gonna BRB for about 50 minutes. Gotcha. I got Benny's costume. Benny is in Bennett? The event was so boring. Bennett has a costume? I need to investigate. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, I can see why. That looks really cool. You know, we love Bennett. We love when Bennett gets some stuff, because the poor guy. He got costume for summer event. Gotcha. That makes sense. That would be the perfect time to actually do it. Hmm. I have ads. Okay.
Take form. Our lights shine through.
It hits so hard. I'm back. Fantastic. But yeah, I love it when Bennett gets recognition, because the poor guy needs it. The unluckiest character in the entire game. He looks good in the costume. Yeah, I liked it. I mean, I only got to see like the splash art of it, but yeah, I think Hoyo in general does a really good job with their costumes.
I shall lead the way. Huh. Moment of awakening.
I don't know why I saw Scar with the giant blade run at me, and I was like, oh no, it's Hule. Why? I don't know. I care a lot about buffing this. Care a lot about buffing this. We'll take Alto so we can get another bonus here. Rover's so goofy that his buff is entirely his own, which is fair because you start with Rover every time. So if you get like completely just nothing, you have options, which is really, really nice. But And then we'll just sit here. I'm gonna be a little annoyed if hi Lupa. If like the secret endings to this exist behind the walls that you can't actively see all the time. That'd be kind of annoying. I don't have Lupa Premium Tamer. I'd want to use Lupa here because Lupa's super sick. Okay, is there anything that I'm missing before I do the ending? Kind of looks like it. That is incredibly fast, Rover. Good. Okay, so I wasn't missing anything. I guess I was. Team level 1. Oh, is this where it gives me a character? No, just not more levels for the old account. I'll go ahead and do this too. Every time you do a run through the first time, you always want to try and do it 100% because that will open up more stuff for you later. When you have to like redo it and stuff, you don't have to be as thorough. So I just get the hardest and longest part out of the way first. Like that would have been nice to obtain earlier. Because it's like, I don't think that there's anything, because that's the end. I cannot go up there. Cannot go up there either. So I think if we just take this, that will go towards our exploration. It will, haha. We love Zani. Zani's awesome. Zoom. There we go. I should probably put a healer on this team. As long as I'm able to, as long as I have a healer that will actually give me the same amount of buffs that I'm getting now. The team died and Archer won the battle on 1 HP. Yeah, that's basically how all of your runs are going to go until you get links. You might struggle with Svarog. You might have to either actually build Natasha a little bit, or you're going to have to just keep redoing the fight until Svarog does not kidnap Archer. Which is RNG, I believe. So probably should have picked the healer here, but I didn't want to because Zani's awesome. Can't get anything here. Sweet. Level 202. Level 78. I'm going to breeze through this incredibly quickly. Yeah, I don't know how to increase my exploration percent because like I've done everything else, I think. Yeah, because once I do this, it's over. I don't have... You're fighting Gepard. Have fun. I think you win. Easy. I don't think you lose against Gepard, so you're fine on that front. Yeah, I think we just... If I win, I win. If I lose, I'm going to be really sad.
I shall lead the way. Heaven ordains. Banish all vice.
No quantum weakness? Archer doesn't care. You're fine. It's okay. Next enemy, Fleur-de-Lis? Why?
Be reduced.
Okay, and she's already gone. Cool. Next enemy, Hecate. I'm less worried about Hecate than I was Fleur-de-Lis. I'm being completely honest. Hecate's... Maybe it's because I just main Zani, and she's super weak to Spectral. I'm not, like, overly worried about it. New record. There we go. We got S. Thank goodness. Okay, we got all the metaphors. That's cool. That's nice. We do really like these. And I'm so glad I get more of these resources. I admittedly am not a huge I don't stay on top of farming these kinds of things. So I always take these the option when I get the option to, because I love getting free resources. Love it. Cool. And I will definitely take the moolah. There we go. So which ending did we miss? We got ending 9. No. Okay, so we got ending 9. Okay. So we're not going to finish this. Like I said, in an hour, we're going to start doing this, and we're at 46 minutes. So very, very soon are we going to just skip on over. We can't do it. 20% and Archer's dying. Um, yeah, I think either food. Food can help. Okay. So this is kind of annoying because I have to pay attention to exactly what's being said at all times to give you the proper ending, which is so much fun. Okay. So I will take the easy ones just to level up my level. Just to level myself up. Because I want to be able to breeze through this later on. Inland. Okay. I quite like Inland. I don't get to play Inland very often. I would like to play her more. She seems really interesting. Okay. Aishi. Healer. Okay, so I think the book is where all of the decisions are going to happen, which makes sense. It's where all the stuff's going on down. Unless it's here. No.
Leave it to me. One with the sounds.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect this to be hard. I'm level 36. These guys level 6. Fight Club, yes. I love achievements.
One with the sounds.
Although I guess the good thing is that I'm actually also farming for Rover, which is really nice. Because Havoc Rover's pretty solid. There we go, food help. Oh yeah, food's gonna help a lot. Genchi's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't see why I'm gonna want to lose. I don't want to lose anything here, so we're just gonna be really stingy about it. I find it interesting it makes you fight the elites even though like I'm significantly higher level. Significantly higher level. So
Leave it to me.
I don't know. In 9 minutes we're gonna start the Twitch emote creation. Well, apparently right now I'm using Rover, which should be fine, but I think it's my Rover, so he's not actually doing much damage, which should be bad. Okay, who's it giving it? So it's giving us these three. If I could get Furlova, that'd be pretty cool, because I want to play Furlova. But she just wants Mono Havoc. So I don't know. Could play Tangent. That's just Rover. Not playing any of them. I don't know. Who here do I want to play? Carlotta. No, who does Carlotta exist with? Is the problem. Yeah, so Carlotta, Camilla, Zani, Lumi. Phoebe. We can do that one too. That one works. We can do Camilla. I want to make sure I get Camilla first, because she's the one that we're going to be using the most. Sweet. We get Camilla one more. Coolio. Okay, I really hope that this gives me what I'm looking for. I mean, cool. I don't need you, though.
Quickly and swiftly. An absurd, impudent display. Still recognize me?
I forget, you want to hold Carlotta's Q. A lot of them you can just tap and then it does its thing for you. I return. Hello. Yeah. About 5 more minutes. That'll post at the hour mark, and then we'll just get started. I don't know where this debate note is, though. That's kind of unfortunate. So that's where I need to go for this ending. Like, I don't know that many fragments. Acquire help building Tribby. I don't know what you want. Help you shall have. Dear viewer, help you shall have. Okay. Let's see. Tribian. Tribios. Trian, Tribby, Trinon. They have no, I hope that's all their names. Okay. So. Ow. Lyca. A time or a flower, which is her best one. Well, that's her sig, obviously. Her sig is going to be her best one. Second best option is Dance, Dance, Dance. Memories of the Past. Mission Cogs, which Mission Cogs is the 3-star. Poised to Bloom. Or Carve the Moon, Weave the Clouds. Do you have any of those? Those are all icons. You've got Memories of the Past. Good. Okay. So so then let me ask you. Are you going for a fast or slow Chibi? Which you probably want slow, but I figured I'd ask anyway. If you're building her with her, generic set. So probably slow, but I figured I'd ask. There's a difference? Yes. But I'll just go ahead and give you the stats for slow Chibi, since that's going to give you the Poet of Morning Collapse, which you probably have because of Castros. Therefore, you're not overlapping too much, which is a good thing.
Can you keep up?
Defeat the enemies. What? What? That was so weird. What the heck? That was supposed to be a hard fight, by the way. So, stat values for slow chibi. Crit rate, 80 to 90%. Right, okay, so I'll give you the Poet Collapse. So, crit rate needs to be 80 to 90% in combat. So, if it's not 80 or 90 outside of combat, but it is during, that's fine. Crit damage needs to be 150% or above. HP needs to be 5,000 or above. Speed, you do not want a single speed. Not a single substat in speed. You want her to be slow, very, very slow. If you need, I can re-say that, or I can tell you like what specific parts you want to run for her stuff. The ending's level 78, so I'm just gonna go straight to the ending. Because I don't want to do this. Alright, we have reached an hour. As soon as I am done with this, we're starting. You're good? Okay. Yeah, so that's her stat values. MOC reset? You bet it did. Indeed it did. We do like playing Rosha. Rosha's very fun. But that reaction was hilarious. Were you not expecting it to, Xavier? I didn't. Yeah, I think it reset yesterday or 2 days ago. The reset's new, so don't worry too much about that. The reset is new. So if I clear OSA 8, it will auto. So MOC 9 and above is what resets. So MOC 8 and below will never reset. Unless if they do an entire wide clear, which they don't do very, very often. I think I've only ever seen them do that one time. As long as you 3-star a floor above 9, you will have the option to do that floor again. And then if you clear that 3 stars, you clear auto everything below it. So for example, let's say you make it to MOC 11 and you 3-star that one, and then it resets. You can fight MOC 11 again, and if you win that fight, it auto clears 10 and 9. If that makes sense. I auto unlocked MOC 8. Did you 3-star MOC 9? I couldn't do MOC 9. So yeah, so you have to 3-star the floor in order for it to unlock. So it's going to give you 8.
Still recognize me?
But I guess I could be wrong. Maybe it is 8 that resets. It's been so... I don't mean this in a rude way, but it's been so long since I've cleared anything other than floor 11. I may be slightly off. So... But yeah, the reason why it's not giving you 9 is you weren't able to fully clear 9 3 stars. So it's like, you gotta do that. It says clear this stage with 3 stars to attain. Yeah. You betcha. I'll take the film rolls. I need them. Should be easy. I believe in you. Emphasis on should be. I believe in you guys. Oh my god, I can't do Fulova event. Is it tied by story, or do you just not want to do it? What's wrong, Ketchup? It's hard. Oh. I've not done it. I do not know how to. Is it that hard? Because admittedly, I've not done it. I do not know. I did not know it was hard. How long do we have on banner, actually? Now that I think about it, because Zenless is resets in about tomorrow, actually. Oh, no, ketchup, you're not. Interesting. We have 8 days until banner. Is there a phase 2? Okay, so it's gotcha. It's Cantarella and Brant. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, what? There's no shot. There's no. Yeah. Gotcha. Thank you, guys. Cantarella Brant. Gotcha. Okay. I was like, surely there's no way they just cut that short. Because I know that they cut this version short. I didn't think they cut it that short. I'd have been like drastically cut. Um, but yeah, I'm getting there. I'm definitely getting there. Because I have 58 summons in backlog. I need... I need 212 summons. And how many do I have? I think I have 99. So I need 113 more summons until I guarantee. So it's over. It's over. I have achieved enlightenment, right? 130 pulls. Roughly. To guarantee, yeah. But I also need Genchi or Shorekeeper to come back, and Shorekeeper did just come back, so she's probably not going to come back for a minute. So it's probably going to be Genchi that comes back next. So. And she's so
Time to
good.
get back
Yes.
to work.
Yes, very good. Okay, well, we're gonna just... Yeah, she's old now, but we'll build. I mean, yeah, even if she's an old character, she's really strong. Uh, but yeah, so we're just gonna... We're just gonna get on with it. I don't know why... I don't know. So yeah, we're just gonna get on with it. Oh, I didn't mean to punch our microphone. Sorry, guys. But we're gonna get onto the creation part. That's we've hit an hour. People have had I've given people a chance. If I don't start this now, I'm probably not gonna start at all. And they'll come in when they can. So we're going to do that. We're going to make sure we got another echo for Jinchi. Very nice. So first, we're going to do that. There we go. 8280 is very, very nice. So we have this. 1 3-star. See, I told you could do it. We do not need that version of roamer. But we're also gonna uncheck that. And yes, chat, it is true. I have background music for the first time in quite a long time. So let me know if it's too loud, too quiet. Let me know. I tried to go by ear, but it's a little hard because my settings are different from what you guys are gonna hear. So we have background music now, which is really, really nice. Really excited. And really quick. And then really quick, I'll be right back, and then we're going to get on to the other surprise, which I'm really excited about. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. And I really hope this works. He's massive. I forgot how big he is. But look, chat. Look, I got him to work. He's modeled and everything. I got him to talk. It's Rover. Yeah, that's this is sick. So as per requested, I got Romer modeled, and he is now a PNG tuber. I can now use him as a PNG tuber, which is super sick. It lives. It lives. It does live. It's awesome. It took a minute to set up. It wasn't actually that hard. I thought it'd be a little harder if I'm being honest. But yeah, I think it's really cool. Yeah. It's so weird seeing him on my screen. It's so weird. It is very, very strange. But this is so strange. Yeah, but I'm glad it worked out the way that it did, because he does blink. So originally couldn't do anything. Thankfully I'm related to an artist, because ChatGPT, I tried to get ChatGPT to remake this image, and there's a limit to how many images you can create in a day for obviously the free plan. So I'm related to an artist, so they were able to do the mouth bit and then the eyes closing. So, because originally it would have just been him not doing anything and just occasionally just stop existing, and it was really weird. So yeah, he also blinks out of existence occasionally. I think it's because let me see if I can change it. Hold on. It's probably because No, we don't want to do that. I need to change his layers. But I need to change to a very specific layer. So. Let me hide that so y'all don't have to see any of the boring stuff. Gas just goes crazy? I bet. I bet. I think I see what it is. Let's see if I can get him to stop blipping out of existence. Let's see if I can get him to stop doing that. Hopefully this works. Hopefully this is gonna work now. I hope. Let's see if he stops blinking out of existence. That would be very, very nice. But for the first time, I think I did a pretty good job. But yeah, so first takers, does anyone have an emote that they want to see me do horribly? I mean horribly. I am... She goes crazy because she just 500k is nuts, especially for an HSR character. Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. That is really, really, really cool. Okay, so I think at first what I want to try to do is like, because there's a joke going on where people are trapped in my basement, which is entirely not true. So don't YouTube, that's not true. But I want to try and do like a basement door emote or something like that. And unfortunately, I don't have to do any animation, so all of these are going to be just stilled images. So keep that in mind. But I do want to try to do... Honestly, you know, it'd be a pretty good one. I think it'd be pretty good if we did like, if any of you have played Lethal Company. Company door. I like the fire exit kind of thing. But it's more like a basement. It's like a bolt head. The bracken? I'm not making the bracken. But I'm talking like the fire exit door. Something kind of like that. It's like a bolt head. Like, I think that works the best. Or maybe something like of course, the sizing the image is going to be very, very interesting at the beginning. Because it's all these images are going to be so big, so big, so big. Because it's like something kind of like this, you know, where Twitch emotes are so small. I've come to realize something kind of like this. Obviously, I'm going to cut out the actual door, and it's very, very blurry. But like this kind of door where it's like bolted and that kind of thing. I think that looks good. I think we'll probably do that. Now the hard part's going to be translating this. to change its orientation so that it's actually facing me. We'll want to do the perspective too. Actually, I don't want to do perspective because that's going to trim the thing even shorter. I don't want to do that. I'm looking for a very specific. So in battle, my Castros has a total of 86 crit rate, 240 crit def. Yeah, no, that's really, really good. Really, 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 really good. Woo! We're gonna we're gonna change that back. Okay, it looks like we're gonna do this the hard way, I guess. We'll put that on. We'll put that above this, but we'll change the opacity. That way I can kind of like trace the door. I think that's probably the best course of action. Okay, so if I put this like right here. Because I guess I need the door to be relatively thick, but I don't want it to be like super, super thin. So I guess if we just put that here, we can do this. And the width needs to change like a lot, actually. It's very, very thick. We don't want it very, very thick. Yeah, there's the yeah, thumbnail. Dave is gonna be never mind. Yeah, the immediate reaction of never mind. It's Hule. I hate Hule so much. The problem is that this is so thick. Yeah, we do want this, and we don't want any dashes. So we probably want. This is still huge. Why is it so big? It shouldn't be this big. It should be. I guess it's not that it's big. It's just that this image is so freaking small. That's probably what it. Yeah, this is just the image is so small. That's what it is. At least I have fan on. Right. Right. I don't want it to have a stroke because that's like. So for those of you who don't use Photoshop, I'm using Photopea, by the way. For those of you who don't use Photoshop, a stroke gives it an outline. So if I give a black line an outline, it's gonna be super, super big. We want this to go back to being 1 pixel, and then we want this to be lined up with the image. I probably can just cut it short if I absolutely need to, but I don't want to do that too much. And how big do I want this door to be? Because it's like this door's. I want the door to be most of the emote, because the emote also has to be translucent. So we probably don't want the door to be this height of the. I guess it can, because it's translucent. So yeah, we'll make it the height. We'll do that. Why not? And then we'll take a ruler. We'll take this ruler. And we'll say it's about 23. Okay. So now we want to. We probably can just take this and slide it over. Perfect. I think we do change the color to red. But I want like a worn down red. So let's see about changing the opacity back, and then I can snag like that kind of red. We can color grade it actually. That probably sounds better. We'll color grade it. So I'll take that red, and then we'll also take that red, and that'll be the color gradient that we end up using. Okay, so let's change this back to a 50 opacity. 53 is fine. And then we can go and we can select this one, and we can just make them red for now. We can go in and we can change the gradient later. I guess we can do that now. See how it looks. We want this one to be bright red, and we want this one to be dark, kind of like a meh color. And then this one can also have the gradient. I think that works. It's gonna look a lot better when it's when I'm not zoomed in super far. Because obviously as of right now, it's super pixelated and you can see all the line dots that are going on. It will not stay that way. Now how thick do I want this door? I feel like that's a good size for a door, I think. And always make sure to label your... Always make sure to label your stuff. I guess we could... No, I think we can leave the bottom one, like the bottom one doesn't need to open, but this doesn't need a top. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. We'll put it right here. And again, I'm relatively okay with it. I'm fine with it bleeding off the image because it gives it a feel of like it's there. However, I do want to scooch it down just a tad. There we go. That looks better because now it's like actually there. Now we should be able to, if I think that this tool works the way that I think it does. I am not a Photoshop professional. I'm actually self-taught, so I'm not very good at it. But I'm looking for the... No, not that one. I don't want pen. Looking for the paint bucket. Paint bucket. Cool. No. We're gonna go ahead and merge, and we're gonna name this door frame. Layer not editable. Yes, it is. Now it is. Okay, it does not like us. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this the hard way. We're going to do this. We're going to do magnetic. And we're just going to go along and we're going to highlight. Doesn't want to work with the, it's trying to snack onto the door, which is really annoying. I don't want it to do that, obviously, so we need this to be... Nope. It's also like actively trying to avoid Okay, there we go. It's fine being at the bottom because it's color grading. I can just color grade it further down there. It's not that big of a deal. So now we want to select. We want to inverse. Now I can come here and I can do... Aha. Except I want the color to be like... That's actually fine, I guess. Because now I can just reshape this to encompass the door. And we can just scoot this down. We want to grab this. There we go. We can go ahead and move this down a lot farther. Again, it doesn't matter if it bleeds over, because, like, it doesn't matter. It's going to be cropped anyway. And then we'll give it that look, because, like, even if it's not, like, perfect, it does mess with my OCD. Like, I want this to be perfect, but it's fine, because it's, like, it's supposed to be a graded door. It's not going to be, like, you can tell where the frame is. It's fine. And now we're going to deselect. So we have this. I think... I think now if we add in those splotches, or like if you look here, it has like these huge door like bolts. We might be able to replicate that, I think. I think we can. It'd be really cool if I could like crop this. Like, let's see if I can. I want to try and see if I can. Because if we can crop out the door, it doesn't have to be perfect. Because I only really care about the actual door itself. Inverse, get rid of everything. And then I should be able to rotate this, right? Edit, transform, warp. Blah. No, it's not going to let me warp it, is it? Please? No, we don't want it to warp like that. I do want this to stay here. I want it to warp. It may not be possible with what I'm using, but ideally I would like it facing me, but I don't think that's possible, which is fine, because now we have a bigger outlier. I have the wrong tool. We want to just do that. Okay, cool. Okay, so the door is roughly around the same size. Roughly. It does get very, very blurry. Part of that is because it's opaced, so like it's just not there very much. And then the other half is the fact that this door is super brown. It's super, super, super brown. Okay. So roughly gauging from where the bolts are. Now I have to keep in mind that the bolts are facing slightly away from me, so these are going to appear slightly smaller than they actually are. And see, if this was a higher quality image, I might be able to just... I would have been able to just steal the image. Like, I could just steal the bolt head and then start pasting that onto my door. But I don't have that capability. So, I can't do that. And it's like... Chat, is that Romer? Chat, that is Romer. Hello, him too. How you doing today? I'm currently working on your basement door, and I must admit, it's not going... It's not going very well. Because I'm trying to be, like, smart with my Photoshop. Maybe it'll be more endearing if I just try and draw it, and it'd be absolutely atrocious. I think that might be what I do, because I can change the opacity on this door. The background needs to be removed anyway. It needs to be transparent. Because I want to have these. Ideally, I end up having these, but it's not wanting to... Could probably replicate with a curved triangle, actually. I think. Because I could... Because, like, what happens if I do this? You make it slightly darker? Because here's the notch, right? Romer has to be... Oh, yeah. Romer will be an emote. Don't worry. Don't worry. Romer is going to be an emote. Romer will absolutely be an emote. And I need the gradient to be like that, kind of. So, Himdu, do you have any ideas for me outside of the door? Which I'm butchering terribly. I'm kind of debating whether or not I try to be smart with it. Or I just try and draw it really badly. Because I can just draw, I guess. I could just draw. Instead of trying like copy. Because I found this door online. And I did really like the idea of it. Like having this kind of like bolt head keep out. It's like heavy duty door for the basement. But you can see my skills in transcribing it is not necessarily very good. I can do quite a few things with technology. Draw and do art is not one of them. Because I wonder if I end up just... It's my first ad on the Whirlpool. Yeah. I want to tell you something, but I need to make sure that you're not in an ad, which is really annoying because I can't stop the ads. I mean, I'm fine with the ads. I did turn them down a lot with their frequency to hopefully help you guys. I'm starting to think that that's what we're gonna do. So let me take my brush tool. That's not my brush tool. It'll work. We'll make it 1 pixel. We're going to do that, yeah. So we're gonna just color this in. I'm gonna go ahead and color this in so that it doesn't look like it's faded anywhere. There we go. That's significantly better. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Maybe you can actually tell it's kind of a door. Kind of tell. The game done turned on autoplay for me. That's crazy. It's like, here, homeboy, let me do this one for you. That is insane. I'm currently using a mobile pixel art app because I at least could use a pen on my phone. Yeah. My phone also has a pen, but that wouldn't help me at all. I'm just bad in general at art, so. Like, I know this isn't going to be bad. And if you all actually don't want this door as an emote and want me to try and find, like, a different way to make my emotes, not going to offend me at all. However, I need this to be like an actual circle. Okay. We're gonna take this doorknob. We are going to make it black. Probably gonna need to add a stroke to it to give it chat. I mean, in a really weird way, this kind of looks like I'm doing pixel art, which is kind of... Maybe that would have been a better idea. Maybe I can look into doing pixel art next time. Because, like, him do? I mean, you're doing it right now. Is pixel art easier to do than, I guess, air quote, realistic, like, life art? Maybe, I don't know the proper way to word it, because that sounds kind of derogatory, and I don't mean it that way. But... it's a door. It's perfect. Yeah, thanks, guys. Depends. Gotcha. Because I kind of... let's see if I can do, like, just a draw tool. Because if I can just... oh, okay. I wanted to... no, I can't do my weird real-life handwriting. I have to, like... what do you all think? I present to you a door. I present a door. In all its glory, I present a door. What the fuck? I don't know what to do. This is bad. Perfection. Thank you. Thank you. I think it definitely has that truly a door, right? Like, I'm not artistic, so I knew that this was going to be challenging. Maybe I can do, like, color gradient. I might be able to do color gradient now that I think about it. I might be able to, because that might add more to the door. I think I'm gonna try that. Hold on. Now, chat. That's not what I was talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Keep out. We're gonna. I guess I'll go back to the paintbrush. I guess, and we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll just erase. Okay. We'll get a new layer here. Then we will trace with the line tool, I think. Yeah, we'll trace with the line tool. That's roughly the... I mean, it's the same size as the door that we started with, so I think that that's fine. And then we can just do another line tool. We can have it start here, go up here. We need it to be, like, very, very, very apparent that this is an outline. So I can't have it being, like, gradient whatsoever. That's better. We need to move this one slightly to the right. There we go. Okay. So we have a door. We have a really, really crappy door outline, which is what I want this time. Okay. So now I need to grab this one. We're gonna move it down just a tad. There we go. It is also really weird working with something this small because everything seems blurry, but it's actually not. It's just because I'm zoomed in. Like, I'm just zoomed in really freaking far. That's the problem. So everything looks blurry and it's really not. So it's just a little weird. But what I want to do now is I want to... No, we want to merge layers because this is cringe. We'll name this one Outline. And the doorknob also needs to be higher than this, but right now we're not going to be working with the doorknob. Now we want to take our Fancy Schmancy. There we go. We want to take our magnetic tool, kind of just go... Could it just go around? The magnetic tool does hate getting really low to the bottom, which is really annoying. But that's also, I mean, fine, I guess. Can you pair up, please? Okay, whatever. That's fine. Now we can... Layer is not editable. Watch this. Boom. Now it's editable. Oh, no. There we go. Actually, I thought of a better way to do this. I'm so smart. Hold on. If we put a rectangle inside of it, it gives us this shape. But we can change the gradient of the shape. Chat, I'm cooking. It looks a little goofy because the red is really, really, really bright. But if I turn the brightness of the door down, so if I go here and I change it slightly darker, I think that looks kind of good. Now, unfortunately, it's very linear. I don't know if there's a way that I can make it so it just blends slightly better. I want to make sure that I want to make it blend a little nicer. I think that actually works pretty well because if it's perceptual, yeah, I think perceptual works. I don't think that matters. Yeah, because if we do... Okay, hold on. I am figuring something out. Let me put the doorknob back on. Okay, we do need we need to keep the outline. Okay, now I can go back to the paintbrush. Have it be black. And then we need to... We're going to change the... That's still too small? Probably too small. I think that's fine. We want the hardness to be that. And then we can just do... Like... Layers, not edit. Watch this. Boom. It doesn't like me. It does not like me. Okay, hold on. Why you no let me draw? I mean, if it doesn't... Well, I can draw on that layer, but it doesn't matter. Chat thoughts. It's definitely better. It's not good, but it's better than the first iteration of a door. God, I'm so bad at this. Ideally, it would be pretty cool if I could add some layering to this to make it seem like it's not all just like one big flat door. But admittedly, I just don't know how to do that. They were both really good. Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Well, because if you look at this door, and when it's not absolutely gigantic, because if you look at this door, what I tried to copy from it was like this, because this adds some layer to it where it has like the bolts on it to make it seem like you're not getting through without a fight. So like it's meant to keep in, you know, what it's meant to keep in. I didn't do that. I wish I knew how, because that adds like a depth of layer to it. But I'm just not entirely sure how. I don't know if maybe three-dimensional stuff might be something I would want to do in like Blender. But I don't know. What do y'all think? Does this meet the quota, or do I need to do more with it? I would really like to figure out how to make it three-dimensional, because it really does feel flat, which, I mean, it is. It's all just one image. That's the whole thing. I want to grab the background. Perfect. Okay, well then we'll get rid of that. We will... grab this. Then we will export as a PNG. Yeah, there we go. And then we can go here. And then just to see if this works. I want to see if I can add this right now. Okay, so it looks like that went through. It's gonna take it a minute to be approved, so I don't know how long that'll take, but it did work, so that's good. I wanted to see if it'll take Roamer. I don't think it will, because Roamer is huge. Yeah, Roamer is such a huge file. So I think the next thing that we're gonna want to do is we are going to want to get rid of that. Grr, there has to be at least one layer. I am aware of that. I want the transparency layer, please, if you don't mind. Please? Yeah, it doesn't want to work. Ba, 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 ba. That's the wrong folder. Okay. Okay, and then we can just export roamer. Roamer small. We're gonna export roamer small. And then we'll do that, and then I can upload this as well. We're having so much fun here. Roamer small. Roamer. Did that just go through? Okay. I did not know that that was weird. So given time, these will be approved. So I can only add 5 free emotes, which is kind of unfortunate. However, I would like all of my emotes to be free, which is kind of cringe. So if we end up making more than 5, wait, I just thought of something. Yeah. Absolutely. The door from Chainsaw Man. What door are you talking about? That I think I'm looking at the right door. You're gonna base your door on that? Very nice. So do you want me to make the door like that or not? Does anyone else have any ideas for emotes that they'd like to see? Keep in mind this will eventually be going to YouTube. I don't think I can do anything with it just yet. Because I have to be an affiliate for YouTube for me to add emotes, but all the emotes that I make here today will be on YouTube when I can upload them to YouTube. Okay, so now that we have Roamer done, I guess I could look into... I can't do animation in my software. Or else I could probably animate my actual logo to do something, which would be kind of sick for you all, I think. Actually, I think I know what you all might want as a emote. Hold on. Hold on. We want this file. Okay. You all pick. Which emote do you want to see? Do you want to see Stellar Jade or do you want to see Stellar Pass? Which Stellar Pass is very small. I can find a bigger one. But would you all want either of these to be an emote? Because I can make them an emote. That's not going to be a problem. I'm kind of just going through all the assets I've accumulated from making thumbnails and being like, this is gonna work. This is gonna work because I'm really bad at drawing. I'm gonna name it Stellar Emote just for you guys. Just for you guys. Let's get the Jade. Absolutely. Okay, Jade it is. Okay. So it looks like upload an image. We're gonna do that one. Sweet. I want to know, how long does it take Twitch? Brother. Okay, so it takes roughly 2 days for the Twitch emotes to get like okayed by Twitch. So you'll actually be able to see these emotes go live by Thursday, I hope. I hope. I hope. I also want to try. I want to try something before I put this on screen. I want to try, please. We'll go here. Okay, I'll let that cook in the background. I don't know if it'll actually like work, but we'll try. Does anyone else have any other ideas that they want to see me attempt to butcher? I'm aware you need one layer. I want. Oh my. Because I wonder. Yeah, good job. Oh no. You know, I gotta give props to artists who are able to work on stuff or like assets this small. Because like this is tiny. Everything looks so pixelated. It would probably look better in sure. Because now I'm just going through all my folders and I'm like, what would be a good emote? Just clearly my artistic abilities, nothing. But at the same time, I think there is some. Like, because if you think about it, HSR has a bunch of chibi emotes of a bunch of different characters. Like, I have a few chibi Kafkas that I've used in videos before. But I don't know if I can use those because they're not. One, I didn't make them. And two, they're obviously Honkai Star Rails. I do not own them. So I don't know if I could do that or not. Yeah, that definitely won't happen. Because it is kind of unfortunate. Like, I just don't know. Because I didn't know about the limit of emotes. I guess it's not that bad. Why did they put? They like putting that one in there for some reason. I don't know why, but they really like putting that. So I don't know. Oh, so I can unlock more emote slots with more subs. Well, that's kind of cringe. I'm not going to force people to do that. Animated emotes would be probably pretty cool, but I don't know what I would do to animate my emotes. Hmm. I kind of want to try and make an image of Svarog. But that was going to be very difficult. You know, I think, why not? We'll try. We'll try. It's going to be terrible. But we're going to try. It's also going to be massive. Jesus Christ. It's huge. Oh my god. Okay, wait, hold on. I need to... Before I use that image, we're going to need to do something with it first. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, we're going to get rid of this and we're going to import this one. This one's also going to be absolutely massive. But because I removed the background beforehand, it's not that bad. We're going to go ahead and try to sharpen. He looks so goofy. He does look incredibly, incredibly goofy. I wonder if I can, like, create this Svarog with Clara's head. That's horribly, horribly, horribly demented. I can do that. It will not be an emote. Let's see if I have a file of Clara anywhere. I think I do. I think I saw it earlier. Yeah, I do. I have an image of her. God, sick. We just need you to go around. Now, the unfortunate part is that, like, it's going to... Because it's transparent, it's going to, like, cut a lot of this stuff out. Which is kind of unfortunate. It also refusing to link is crazy. It was a random thought that appeared in my head. Yeah, well, now this is going to be your fault when I make this, and it's going to be atrocious. Eraser. Fine, we'll inverse. Yippee. Yippee, Kaye, Batman. Okay. Now we can deselect. Now we just got to do some cleanup because like this is just not happening. Eraser tool, make this really small, and we'll clean up. Because we don't want any red, because her red does not exist now that we have essentially lobbed off her head. Like that's fine. This can stay. This needs to go because this is all bad. Can't be doing this. Can't have this. Cannot have any of this. We can keep some of the red in her hair because I think that's fine. But like, we have to get rid of like the very prominent, very prudent red scattered throughout her model. Don't want that there. Don't want that there. Like you can kind of tell where her jacket was. This needs to go. There you go. That needs to go. That's Svarog. We don't do anything about that. That's also Svarog. Red appears fine. Again, it also just looks like super, super scuffed because this thing is like... Like, look how small this thing actually is supposed to be. So there you go. Xavier, this is what you asked for. Svarog with Clara's. No, we're not making this an emote. I don't think we can. Because I'm not allowed to use pre-existing like character stuff. So but I'll leave it on stream for a bit just for you to watch and suffer. I don't know. It was just a random thought. Like, it's fine. I created what you wanted me to. But we'll just keep Clara here as we think about our next emote because I don't know. I mean, Romer's hilarious. Romer's so stupid. But yeah, I can't. I don't know whether to feel regret or proud that I made this. Regardless, it's your child. That was all you. You breathed that into existence. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and call that there. It is difficult. Like, I was totally fine embarrassing myself. I don't care. That Dora's being an emote, and so is Romer. But I'm sure as my community grows, I'll have more like inside joke emotes that I can make. But yeah, especially since I'm not technically supposed to use, like, I can't just feed ChatGPT an emote and go, hey, make 18 chibi images of Kafka. And then I make those my emotes because HSR has the intellectual property to Kafka. Although that'd be sick because I love Kafka. So I can't do that. And I really don't like the idea of copyright. Like a copyright, that's a wild sentence to take out of context. I don't like taking things that aren't mine. I like giving credit to creators when they make things. I like making sure that people have recognition for what they do. So I try very, very hard not to take things that I know don't belong to like Creative Commons, like fall under Creative Commons license or stuff like that. So I don't want to just start yoinking assets from like HSR and be like, look at these emotes that are really cool, that, you know, like that kind of thing. I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. So I guess I'll just keep an eye out for. I'll keep an eye. I'll keep Roamer for the rest of stream because it's kind of goofy. It's kind of funny.
Time to get back to work.
But yeah. Yeah, so Roamer is fine, but because it's also just a horrible misrepresentation of a joke, so it's fine. But yeah, I think that was fine. Like it served its purpose. There we go. And I'll keep the music going because it's better. But yeah, I guess we'll just do this for 30 minutes and then I'll be ending stream. But now I know. Now I'm actually really curious about going into like pixel art because maybe that would be easier. I don't know. But yeah. I'd have to fight my Asthma Jane. Best wishes, that one. Okay, so I feel like... Okay, I'd say the emote is going well so far. Good. Frolova based. Oh my god, yes. I could use Frolova, heck yeah. Oh yeah, so I will apologize. This did not go the way that I thought it would. Which is unfortunate. Still, gotta think of a way to... Yeah, like, I'll think of ways in the background. I guess I'm really just limited by my artistic ability. But yeah. But I think if I end up doing a stream like this again, I'm gonna... well, now I know how to run it. Now I know what to do. I know how to do this stuff.
Let your will take form. Thus, you fall.
For Love is so much fun. I thought of doing a little chibi of every prominent chat member, but one, I don't know what they want me to be drawn as, and two, it'll be too big for an emote. That's fair. I mean, yeah, it is difficult. I found that out today. It's very difficult to do, which is kind of funny. But yeah. But so I don't know. I guess what I'm gonna do is I'll be keeping an eye out. I'll be keeping an eye out, and whenever something like the basement's been a meme for quite a while. If I end up seeing something like that again, I'll just make it an emote, and then we can kind of grow it that way. I don't have to like do. I thought the idea was good. I unfortunately just didn't execute the stream very well. And I'll be completely honest on that. So it's kind of unfortunate. But now I know for future if we decide to do this again.
Ictus, ready. Let your will take form. Cadence, hold.
The biggest I can go is 128, 128. I think the biggest Twitch goes is 112. Yeah, so the biggest Twitch allows is 112 by 112. Yeah, so I think you're fine. How is the Wuthering Waves? Hello, Emmy Bun Bun. How are you doing today? It's going fun. It's going well. I'm trying to knock out the quests. I've admittedly been a little lazy, and I let these pile up a little bit too much. So I'm trying to knock out some limited time quests before they end, as to not get overwhelmed. But how are you? It's nice to meet you. I probably want to just I can take this fight and then we'll go up and we'll see if I did this correct first and foremost, because I probably didn't. But that's okay, because I could just reset. Hee.
Witness blossoms in wilt.
I'm good. I'm really Eves. I watch my Roomba be confused by the new room. It can vacuum. Very nice. We do like technology. It's like bird watching, but slightly more productive because you're watching it clean your house. Having a Roomba would be sick, though. Yeah. So, Emmy, are you a day one Wuthering Waves player? Sorry, my brain. Dude, you're fine. You're totally good. Don't worry about it. If I can get Ketsville, that'd be huge, though. I don't see her. That'd be really. I could do Changli. Changli Camilla. Nah. I'm on and off with Hoyo games. You're in luck. I also stream HSR and Zenless Zone 0. Is it gonna be nice and is it gonna give it to me what I want though? So are you excited for the new HSR content? I mean, we got to see the dev live stream and it was really, really cool. I'm really, really hyped for a lot of the new characters coming. I guess we can keep an eye out for Carlotta as well. Because we're just not getting Furlova, which is really unfortunate. I don't want to have to pivot because I want to use Furlova, but I might have to. I didn't see it. Been doing work on vacation. I mean, that's pretty good. I think that's a perfect reason to not watch the live streams. But would you like me to tell you? I detoxed from the internet for a few days. That's fair. I understand completely. This hurts not giving me that though. Romer playing as Rover as we dover into what rhymes with Dover? I don't know. I'm not very good at rhymes. Rhymes with Dover. There's a bunch of things that rhyme with Rover, none of them make sense. None of them make sense. I don't know. I'm sorry, I do not know. Sure. Okay, so we're getting a new Dong Hung Path. Or we're getting a new Dong Hung Epic. We're getting a new March, which looks so sick. It looks so cool. So I'm really, really excited for that. We are getting... They teased Cyrene's adult form. We get to finally fight Lygus, which he had it coming for so long. I'm so glad we finally get to stick it to him. we get the login event, which is really, really cool, where you log in, you have your characters do expedition quests, and then they give you Solar Jades for it, which is super, super nice. A rover while being undercover looking like a love. That rhymes. That works. Available synergy inactive. That's probably best, actually. Yeah, there we go. Then we can have these guys going. But yeah. And supposedly, we're supposed to be getting a free 5-star character in the next update or the following update, which a lot of people are suspecting it's going to be Dong Hung because he's a physical preservation with this path. And then the new march is an Ice Remembrance, and again, she looks sick. So very, very excited. Probably not going to be able to pull because I don't have the Stowe Jades, but very fun nonetheless. Okay, well, I just want to bully my way to the end, actually. I just want to get this over with. I cannot wait to use Roamer. I am very excited for you all to start spamming emotes. And you all are always welcome to recommend more emotes, and I will make them as time goes on. He's so smart for something so fat. I know, right? This is what happened. So for reference for my new guys, Roamer is what happens when you ask ChatGPT to generate an image of Zani from Wuthering Waves, which for those of you who don't know who Zani is, she looks nothing like this. So, his existence is just really goofy. And I kind of love it. It's great. He shouldn't be here. He has no right existing on this plane of that we all exist on, but he's here. No, it's just I don't know why that challenge exists. It's very easy. I may have to skip the new march. I will probably as well. So. Why can't I English it? That's totally fine. I can't speak half the time either. I get it. Cantarell's huge. I probably will put Cantarell on the team. I like having my healers, so I don't die. I have like 200 emotes just because. Don't worry, they're free to use, and I got them from DeviantArt. So if you're looking for inspo, I appreciate it. At the moment, I'm kind of just like, because I'm still a really small streamer. So maybe this is like idealistic. I don't know, but I would like the emotes to all mean something. Like Roamer exists because my Twitch chat and my YouTube chat came together. And we all had a horrible brain fart resulting in his creation. So it's a really cool piece of lore from my Twitch chat. And the door also has a bit of lore, but that goes like way back. Yeah, no, I was just letting you know. Right, and I do appreciate it. So I will keep that in mind. So thank you.
Let your will take form. We wither together.
What? One metaphor's crazy. The lores that were trapped in one that they have decided on. I did not make them decide that is the lore of my streams. To be completely clear. Let me out, never. I got you, fam. Much appreciated. Okay, so who do we care about upgrading here? Probably, if I can get Cantarella, that'd be really, really sick. If not, we still have Carlotta that we can use. Yeah, because Carlotta Furlova, I don't know if we're going to be able to get Furlova very frequently. If not, that kind of suck. But it's also fine-ish. I kind of also want to take people that will allow me to heal. Hit on the... Oh, I'm not reading that second. That second phrase is crazy. Yeah, him, dude. What are you going to do about the door? But yeah. I mean, Xavier, the late comment, but with you having so many main DPSs, I don't think you need March, because she's another main DPS, HP scaler, so you're going to need Tribute on another team. Huh. That's genius. Why didn't I think? No, we're not doing that. That wouldn't work. I refuse to let that work. Yeah, like I said, I'm not putting Tribute on it. Right, and that's my problem with Robin. I'm really hoping if I get enough pulls for Hysolins, that frees up my Robin to exist on one less team, which is so nice. Because Robin wants to be on almost every team I have. Because she's that good. I'm kind of interested to see how Hamdu's going to do that. But at the same time, like, that's, you know.
Quickly and swiftly. Surrender.
I do not keep... Okay, listen. You asked for those energy drinks, okay? You asked and I provided. So, like, can you really fault, like, you get free rent, free electricity, free internet, all you want, energy drinks with a mini fridge, an entire room to yourself that you you can't really experience all of it, but you have a pretty good deal here, Himdu. I'm just saying. Blasted all, yet another idea foiled. If it weren't for you meddling kids. Yeah. I'm back. That's nice, Ketchup. That's awesome. What holiday? I really hope I get a different ending. Getting the different endings is kind of annoying because they're not clear cut on which ending is going to give you what. So it's, yeah. I really hope I did this right, because doing this event's admittedly kind of boring, if I'm being perfectly honest. Yeah. So what do y'all think about the music going on in the background? Is it good is it a good choice, bad choice? I wanted something kind of like, it's lo-fi, if y'all couldn't tell. I wanted something to kind of stimulate the brain juices to think of Twitch emotes and stuff. But I think it's just relatively nice, chill music just to be there. Can't hear him playing Zenless based. Honestly, fair. I did try and make sure that it was very, very quiet so it wouldn't overpower like anyone thinking or anything like that. So there's that. Interesting. One must imagine being freed. Yeah, there's no shot you want to go touch grass. Let's be real. Let's be real. I definitely don't. I'll just do that. I really just want to get to the end. If there was a way to like speedrun this, I definitely would. But it's also so difficult to do this quickly. because you have to pay attention to everything that you're clicking. So kind of annoying. Kind of annoying because it's like we love Zadi. Phoebe's huge though. We do benefit a lot from Phoebe. I have long forgotten the sensation of grass on my palms, in my hand, the smell of fresh air as I lay outside in nature. What do people do outside again? Walk inside. That's what they do outside. Occasionally they'll go for a walk, I guess. You could do stuff like that. Yeah. Y'all don't go outside. I'm mostly being sarcastic. Since, you know, most of the time people do tend to go outside. So yes, I'm being sarcastic with that response. At least I think I am. There may be some people that don't go outside, but that's their choice. Getting that right, forcing players to get that exact sequence is crazy. I did not hear the response because I'm sorry, chat. I turned the ads down so they're not that common. I promise. But basically, the response was people go outside to go inside. That's what people do outside. So I'm sorry about the ads, though. I'm sorry. I cannot turn them off. Although I don't want to misinterpret and make it seem like I would want them off. I do want to do this full time, so I'm sorry. I did make them so that they appear much less, because Twitch wanted them to be Twitch wanted them to show up a lot. So I apologize if they are annoying though. Face the nightmare of the Solarosphere. I think we're fine with this team, especially since I did activate the ending, I think. I hope.
Quickly and swiftly. Still recognize me? The stage is set. Take this! Victory favors
Me. I cannot wait to use my Cantarella team in Whimpering Waves. Cantarella. Carlotta. There's so many C names in this game. But I'm really excited to be able to deploy my Carlotta team. Hi, Fleur-de-Lis.
The world is mine.
Fortunately, I hit a funny button, which means I'm better.
Found your weak spot. Victory favors me.
You know, I think I'm going to clear this relatively easily, and I'm 100 levels lower than I was when I cleared it the first time. Which, interesting.
The world is mine.
The enemy Hecate is approaching. Yeah, Hecate's not a problem.
Improvise. Victory favors me. Surrender. Brilliance lights the way.
So then, Emmy, if you're still here, what kind of, like, do you prefer Zenless? Or do you prefer HSR? Because you said Hoyo. Or maybe Genshin. I have not met a Honkai Impact player yet. And if I have, they did not mention it. It would be really cool if I could meet one of those. Why can't I have the ending? You play Impact third? Why have I not known about that? You might have mentioned it, and I might be just being stupid. But did you play Impact third? There's so much lore that you know that I don't. I could create a new account just to pull new characters, but because in WoW there is an open world, I don't want to explore. Yeah, I that's definitely a commitment. You didn't ask, so I didn't say it. That's fair. I guess it doesn't really come up very naturally, does it? Because obviously, like, Welt is a lot from Impact Third quite frequently, like his overarching story. And since I know it now, there's not much need, I guess. But so, Himdu, do you enjoy Impact Third, or because I've heard it's turned into a lot of? Oh, so I did get 10. Cool. There's a certain character that keeps me playing. Question mark? Who? Maybe? Yeah, so I have all the rewards for this. Is there a point in me doing the last two endings? Is there, like, I'm assuming I get Stellar Jade. Astrite. I would assume. I do. Is 60 Stellar Jade really worth it, though? VTuber arc? Probably not. Like, it's good to see you, Cantos. But as I was requested, Roamer is indeed here. But don't know. Don't know if that's going to be permanent. Asteroid is Asteroid. You know what? That's a fair and valid argument, Senator. I'm going to go ahead and finish this then. And now that I know that it's all at the end, I can skip most of this stuff. Hallelujah. We will take this, though, because Cardathia. But yeah, I mean, I'm actually really happy with how Roamer turned out. Do you all like Roamer? You know, I mentioned that vampire. Oh, yeah. I'm interested. Look up Theresa Lunar Vow. I can see why. I can definitely see why. Yeah, she looks really cool. Absolutely. We approve of Roamer. I gotcha. Would you all want to see Roamer again? Or does Roamer get to be retired as a Twitch emote from now on? Because he is uploaded as an emote. It'll take roughly 48 hours for Twitch to, like, okay it, but he will be an emote that you all can spam. No, we keep Roamer. He needs a full-time job. Roamer needs a full-time job. I mean, that's fair, I guess. Yeah, he's too young to retire. He is a part of lore now. If he's gonna stay permanently, I'm probably gonna have to make him slightly smaller, like that maybe. Is that too small, too big? I don't know, because I never admittedly thought I would ever have a VTuber. This isn't even a meter. This is like a PNG tuber thing. So I never really thought I would get this far, if I'm being honest. Roamer is locked inside the deepest part of the basement, right? He's definitely not getting out. But yeah, so it's good to see you, Cantus. How you doing? I want to make sure that I greet everyone at least once. And now I can skip. I do need to, like, do some of these past things because they will increase my level, and my level has to be, like, I have to be able to beat the game to get the ending. So there's that. We'll go ahead and do that.
Leave it to me.
How did I even come up with a name Roamer? I think it was just because I'm not gonna take credit for it at all, but because when I saw it, I was like, this is the budget version of Rover, and then Roamer just the name came in a dream, in a vision, And now Roamer has now been spawned. It's great. From Roamer. Exactly. Exactly. Like, and that makes total sense. Sure. Okay, let's see if I can get a character that I want to play the entire way through. I kind of want to take Changli again, honestly. Changli's really, really fun, and I don't get to use her very often. We could also take Carlotta. The problem being I don't get Carlotta very often. I think we're gonna go with Changli. I really like playing as Changli. She's fun. We can keep. We'll go ahead and also get Carlotta. Like, Carlotta's also really fun, but I have her, so like I want to make sure that I have the option to play characters that I don't get to play often. There we go. Changli. There we go. Go ahead and get Carlotta. There we go. We have the team. The team has assembled. He lost his free will to leave. I guess at this point, it sounds like he wants to stay. But yeah, so then what do you think that this is the right size for Roamer? Does he need to be bigger, smaller? Because I never thought I'd get this far where I actually have, like... it feels weird calling him a model because he's a PNG image. A digital representation. There we go. That's what it actually is. That's the right size? Okay, gotcha. That's good. We want to play as you because you're fun. And then 3, there we go. It would make more sense to play as Carlotta, but he's a mascot. I wouldn't go that far.
Take form.
I guess actually that's fair, right? Because mascots, I guess people can force their, like, I say force, can create a mascot for themselves, but they can also just let one naturally happen. So I guess that's fair, yeah. He can be my mascot for now. I say that like I have plans for a mascot. I don't. But I figured, why not? So I guess Roamer will exist. He probably won't be on every stream. Like if I'm doing story stuff, because I did a poll on YouTube and people want to see me cut down the story and like have my reaction stuff. So I probably won't have him up for like that kind of thing, but if it's just a chill stream, like Roamer can definitely come and hang out. Unless if like it's demanded on all of my if I get enough comments on my YouTube during like the story lives of HSR and they're like, "Where's Roamer?" There's been some outside influence. There's been some outside influence. But if you all want it, it'll happen.
Be reduced to cinders.
All this shit. I thought Vivian's been in Tier 0 for a while, right? Or no? Roamer becomes a rover for the story. Right, yeah, we have to let him go do his day job before he comes back here. But I like that explanation. Maybe I'll pull E1 Brant. I think it's better to save onto your summons, if I'm being honest. Like, I know you don't have anyone that you immediately want right this minute, but that doesn't mean that there will be a time later where you have a bunch of characters coming out that you really want and you don't have the summons for it. And it's that instance where it's like, dang, I really wish I would have saved the summons that I used to get E1 Brant to do, you know? Which it kind of stinks because I know you want to summon, but I think like that's the optimal play. Of course, your account, do what you want with it. That's my 18 cents. I'll take the Dream Fragments. If I can max out this team, I can go in under level, and I think I'll win. I don't think there's a problem with that. Increase team level by 5. Heck yeah, we love this. Roamer actually has a 9 to 5 aware. Where does he work him to inform me of my new mascot's lore? I don't like Augusta. Yeah, so you just save for after banner. Like, there's a male character coming. So, yeah. There is a male character coming. So, you can just save for him. I do have Lupo, but I got Lupo specifically for Encore. Yeah, I mean, like, I really wish I had Encore. Now, I say that. I don't want to lose 50-50 to characters that I like, but it would have been nice to have, except instead of, like, a E1, sorry, I punched my mic, instead of a E1 Calcharo. So, I would have liked to have Encore to test her, because a lot of people say that she's really good. And it is really nice to have pity characters that are good. So that's really cool. I like that. We don't know when. Well, seeing as they've already teased him ketchup, half a year is a little bit of a stretch. Especially since they're releasing Augusta and Iona. I don't know how to pronounce her name. In the next patch, so we're having 2 new characters. So maybe 2 months, because they're having these 2. Is Brant on banner right now? Brant's on banner in 7 days, I think. Do I really want a metaphor? Not particularly. I don't think I want. Yep. So very soon. Soon. But not just yet. I have to wait like 2 weeks. Yep. But that gives more time to get more Estrite. So it's totally okay. Totally okay. Also, Aya, what do you think of Roamer? That little PNG dude in the corner. Yeah, we want to do Changli. That means I can't get any Astrite? What? Why not? What's wrong? Can you not log in for 2 weeks? Carmilla is who I'm looking for now. We will go ahead and take Shorekeeper for a healing buff. Because I'm going away. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Which is, it makes more sense. Makes sense now. Okay. Well, I mean, I hope that's like a fun trip, at least. Yes, we can max out these 2. Yes. Camilla's going to be underleveled, but I think that's having 2 maxed out versus 1 underleveled. I think that's fine, especially since we still have options to get her here. Yep, there we go. Sweet, now she's also maxed out. Now we can focus on other ones, like this, so we can get 2 legendary. I think if we do Shorekeeper, because we can get medic higher. I just need to make friends, that I'm good. You're personable. You will have no problem doing that, absolutely. Do I want to do this? I think I do. Yeah, because we can get Shorekeeper again. We can do that. There we go. And now we can leave. We can vanish in the night. Yeah. Like I said, Wuthering Waves does an absolutely excellent job of me wanting to have every character in the game. So I would love to have Lupa. But I don't have Changli, Brant, or, well, Lupa. But I do really like Changli. I'm using her a lot. I'm just here for a man. I mean, you know what you're here for, and that's totally understandable. I get it.
Guests of the unkind.
Struggle harder.
I want to play HSR, but I've done almost everything on HSR. Yeah, like, I would love to be... Like, I think that's one of the best things about Wuthering Waves, is that you can farm artifacts for Wuthering Waves without needing energy. If you could do that in HSR, I would lock so many more hours into that game. So many more. But there's no option to do that, which is really unfortunate. So I can't. Rude. Being attacked. They look real good. Wuthering Waves has amazing models. Absolutely, I agree. And I'm here for Shorekeeper? You mean wife. Get it together, get it together, him, dude. I don't know why I almost called you Kantos. Which ending do I want? I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters having the ending like that. Yeah, I don't think it matters. We'll just take Shorekeeper. We need a little corner for everything chat joked about. Like, what do you mean? On screen? Or, like, what do you mean by that? I'm playing ZZZ right now. We do love ZZZ. ZZZ is very fun. But yeah, I would love to play HSR so I could, like, farm and make Saber good. And then once she's done, then I can actually, like, pre-farm Saber. Because, not Saber, Cypher. Because I only pull when I have guarantee, so eventually I will be getting Cypher on my team. That's not a problem. Oh, you want their summer outfits? That's fair. They do a really good job with the main character outfits. They do really, really good with it. And the summer event's really, really fun. They actually do really good with the, like, mini games that they have. I think they're really fun. Especially the Yuzuha one. I'm at 58 pity now. Yippee. Nice. 58 pity for what? Nah, I just want to get done with this. No summer skin for Vidi. That kind of makes sense though, because she's like, you know, screaming banshee. Like that would, like that's like her whole thing. Sure. So, Firefly, very nice. We do really like Firefly. Who do I care about the most here? Probably Sanhua. Probably. Because I can buff. I don't think I'm actually in any desperate need. I don't think I'm in any desperate need to get any of these things. Go ahead and get you for healing. I'm not going to farm for Firefly until I get Firefly. Yeah, no, like, that makes sense. If you don't have guarantee, don't farm for characters, because there's no chance of you getting them. It's better to use the energy on characters that you do have. But, because I know that I only get characters that I can guarantee for, eventually I will have Cypher. So, although I'm not doing it yet, because I don't know if I'm going to have enough to get Hyslins, because if I can get Hyslins, then I'm obviously going to want to farm for her. So, I will wait pre-farming until then. Also, my Wua luck is my Genshin luck. Yeah. Yeah. It could be a good or bad thing. I think you're pretty even on your luck, aren't you? For Genshin, or no? Because there's one game you're incredibly lucky, and then there's one game that you've lost every 50-50. Okay, I haven't... Yeah, there it is. There's the 50-50. That is really unfortunate, though. I don't think I've ever technically lost 50-50 on HSR. You're very lucky. I have a few times, I think. I currently have guarantee because of... Because Twitch chat convinced me to pull on Casters. Not HSR Wuthering Waves. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, still very lucky. But yeah, I technically have 50-50 win because my Twitch chat wanted me to pull on Casters, so I said I'll go to 90, and then after that, if I get her, that's great. If I don't, that's whatever. I didn't end up getting her, which is, you know, fine. My luck is extremely good on every gacha game I've ever played. I wish. I feel like my luck in Zenless is usually pretty good. My luck in HSR, I don't remember my luck in HSR, admittedly, because I have guarantee all the time.
Mind's
Uh,
eye.
So yeah, I don't really know.
Sever.
I guess that's the downside of always going to guarantee. My 2 lucky accounts are ZZZ and Wuthering Waves. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah.
Mind's eye.
I mean, I know that I'm skipping a lot of content, so that's why I'm not like level 287 or stuff. Your luck on Robin was quite decent. Yeah, like I say that my luck on HSR is pretty average. Like I tend to win 50-50. I guess it's the good thing about having a YouTube channel. I can go back and like look at my videos and I can know how lucky I actually am. But yeah, I think I guess yeah, because Zenless I got Yanagi and 40 pulls, which is really, really nice. And then Genshin I usually have to go to Hard Pity, but I end up getting the character, I feel like. So, you know, it's kind of a whatever. I guess that's the good thing about it. My luck in Genshin is but my luck in HSR is amazing. ZZ is 50-50 and my luck in WoW is the worst so far, but I've only done 3 50-50s. I lost all of them. I gotcha. That's fair. Okay. Yeah. I guess Wuthering Waves I'm also pretty lucky because I would not have gotten Carlotta's weapon if I would not have gotten it early. But I was like really scraping the bottom of the barrel for that one. So there's that, I guess. Okay, I need to recover some film rolls like really badly. I'm gonna start running low. Restore 12? Heck yeah. Okay, now I need to pay attention because this is going to be really important. A person. Okay, there we go. Level 148, I should be fine to do this. I hate the surfing thing in ZCZ. It does take a minute to get used to. My luck in Genshin is terrible. I have C5 GG. Right. I guess that's the thing. I don't know how lucky I am in Genshin because I didn't make videos back then. I actually, that's a lie. I do have one video back when I wanted to start making content before HSR came out. So I have a video of a friend of mine and myself pulling for Eula on her rerun. But I don't know if anyone would actually want to watch that. So I just kind of hold on to it for just to watch on my own time. Because it's fun to go back and see. And you got Yishua and Jifufu and Astro with all engines in CCC, so I would say you're pretty good. That's actually very fair. Yeah, like I said, I think Zenless is the game where my luck is the best. Did it? And then I think it's either Wuthering Waves or HSR. Because Zenless I had that streak where I lost like literally everything and I went to Hard Pity on Evelyn for every single item. But that's kind of why I say for guarantee, so because I expect that to happen. So it's like, you know, whatever. I don't have a single C6 in Genshin. I think that's a good thing. Because, like, obviously, I think I do not have a single character in any Hoyo game, or Wuthering Waves for that matter, where I want to C6 a character that's premium, obviously. Like, eventually, if you pull enough, you'll just C6 the bad characters. Not even 4 stars is crazy. Yeah, that's surprising. But yeah, I think if I had to pick a character to idle on 6, it's probably the Herta because she's really, really strong. And then in Zenless, it would definitely be Miyabi, no question, no doubt. It'd be Miyabi in a heartbeat. And then Wuthering Waves, probably Zani because I don't have any other option. But yeah. My best is C5 Bennett. You don't really need C6 Bennett though. Bennett peaks at C6 or C5. Got Ning at C6. She was quite fun. I've heard that Ningyun's really, really fun.
Awaits.
To be honest, some of the
The
standard characters in
slumber
Genshin aren't bad.
fades.
No, some of them are actually quite decent. I think
Perish
Diluc's
in
kind of okay
flames.
if you need someone who fulfills his
Who's the
role.
caged bird
Mona's still really
now?
solid. Tignari's an okay Dendro. I'm trying to think. I don't know about Miyazuki. She's a new pity, so I don't know anything about her.
Form.
So there's that.
Beckon
And then you have
divine flames.
who else is on pity chat?
Think fast. Time for awakening.
Chi-Chi's pretty good. Okay. But yeah, I can't remember any other of the pity characters. Jean's actually really, really solid now that I think about it. Can't believe I forgot Jean. Jean's really solid.
Be reduced to
I'll be back in 3 minutes. Yeah, I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry.
Sever.
Who's the caged bird now?
And in ZZZ, my M6. I know. I really want to have a character that I have M6, but I'm not lucky enough, and I cannot warrant it in my head to invest that amount of summons, if that makes any sense. But I don't know. Like maybe I don't know. I think I'm fighting
Guests
her,
of the unkind.
which is not good.
Take form. Beckon the divine flames. Be reduced to cinders. Sever. Struggle harder.
But yeah, I mean, M6 is not worth it in the power scale, but they're quite fun. I know, right? Like I would really like to have it for gameplay, but it's
Time
like
for
it's just not
awakening.
worth it, which is really unfortunate. I mean, like it's a good thing it's not worth it because then I'm not tempted, so I can get more characters and have more playstyles.
Perish in
But I don't know. I think it would just be fun to
Beckon
have
the
one
divine flames.
Kelpie. Oh, you. Okay. Can you do the thing, please? Thank you.
Be reduced to
I like that a lot
cinders.
more compared to HSR. Yeah, where it just makes you like more damage, more strong.
Perish in flames.
Enemy
Guests
hit
of the
Cade is
unkind.
approaching.
The slumber fades.
M6 is okay, but you kill stuff so fast you don't get to see everything they can do. I mean, yeah, and to an extent, like I would like that because how many mindscapes do I have on Miyabi? 0. I have 0.
Sever.
And I'm probably not going to. Okay.
Sever.
I wouldn't be opposed to them. I'm not going to
Beckon
actively go for
divine
any of them
flames.
because it's just I have it stuck in my head that it's always better to get a character rather than get an M6. But with how strong Miyabi is, and she's kind of resisted power creep, which is really nice, and she's my favorite character in the game.
Be
Maybe it's
reduced
worth it.
to cinders.
I thought you dumped 400 pulls on Miyabi. I mean, I did for her and her weapon.
My blade, your
I did not actively go for her mindscapes, no. I think I had 400, yes, but I didn't use all of them. I just went till I got her and her weapon.
Flames.
So yeah. I probably had 400 at the time, because I didn't summon at all until Miyabi came out. But yeah. An M6 doesn't mean you'll hit 1,000,000 every basic. Yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't guarantee that you'll win every end game or content, but, like, with the exception of Yanagi, right? But it would just be fun to have one, because then I could say that I have one, and I could actually experience what it's like to have a full Eidolon and Mindscape, whatever the term is, character. Because right now I don't, and I'm not probably ever gonna have one. Wait, I got 12 and not 11? Okay, I guess we're doing this one more time. Well, actually, no, I'm not getting these asteroids for actually completing the endings, so I don't care about the endings. Because I have, yeah, no, we're done. I'm not doing that. I have no reason to do that. I don't even know how to get those other 2 asteroids. I'm not going to do that. How about I get my first maximized limited 5-star Chilonin? Very, very nice. Alright, which means that it's time to go to Black Shores. M6 Chishi, I cannot pronounce her name correctly, I'm sorry, Cantos, is funny because her enhanced basic gets insane stagger value, so you can bully bosses out of almost every attack. Yeah, see, like, it would be fun to be able to do stuff like that, but I just don't have... Like, the rational part of my brain just won't let that happen. Which, you know, it has its upsides, obviously. It has a lot of upsides. But it has its downsides. Because also, I don't even know if M6 or like E6 Kafka is any good. I mean, like, I'm sure that she gets benefit from it, but after her buff, her Eidolons are a little wonky. So, like, even my favorite character, which is Kafka, I don't think it'd be worth it. But I don't know. Okay, so I'm not gonna end stream just yet. I'm gonna give people a chance to talk a little more and things like that. So. Are there any characters you're looking to get? Are you asking for like a specific game or no? Or like just in general? That makes her gameplay less complex since you don't play around the perfect dodge anymore, but it's very satisfying to give bosses the big middle finger. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think Yishuan getting M6 would be fun because she just like counters and then you're dead. Like you just can't. No specifics. So I have thought about, I'll just go down the list. Zenless I'm looking at for Yuzuha. I don't have enough pulls, so I'm not getting her now, so I'm going to get her rerun. I'm also going to get Yanagi's, I'm going to try to get Yanagi's W engine when it comes out in a few days. In Honkai Star Rail, Hysolence, if I can get enough summons, and if she's good enough to warrant it, if she just makes Dot, if she's just another person for Dot, I'm probably not going to. But if she makes, tomorrow, thank you, Kantos. But if she makes Dot significantly stronger so that it's actually usable in game, I will pull for her. So that kind of depends. We won't know until she comes out. If not, or if so, Cypher I want to get for Saber team because that frees up Robin for another team, which is really, really nice. Although if Hysolence is good enough and I get her, maybe I don't need Cypher anymore because then Robin only wants to be on 2 teams instead of 3. And I feel like it's more acceptable to have her on 2 instead of, because 3 is a lot, but having 2 is more acceptable. But I'm not entirely sure. I also just might do it because I have an excuse to get Cypher and I really like Cypher. And then Wuthering Waves, I'm looking out for Shorekeeper and Genshi because that will finish my Zani team and that will also finish my Carlotta team. So if I can get those 2, I'm good. And then I can focus on getting a 3rd DPS for Whimpering Waves, whichever that is, I don't know. I don't know yet because I'm not going to think about it until I have the other 2 teams finished. And then Genshin, actually, I take that back. Genshin, when the Sarita comes out, as long as she doesn't need anything stupid like a Scoffier, which she probably will, I'll probably end up dumping all the summons I have for the Sarita. I'll get her and her weapon and then Constellations for the Sarita. With that said, if I don't like her, I won't pull for her. But as long as she is like as hyped as she was, if she's really, really cool, I'll be happy. So I'm hoping that she's really, really cool. Because if she is, I'll dump all the summons I have for her and her Constellations. Unless if obviously a Scoffier is on banner with her, then I'll snag her too. Because she's going to be really good for her, I think. Maybe. We don't know because she's not obviously out yet. But so those are my pulling plans. Then again, that would also require I log into Genshin to, you know, do dailies and stuff. But I don't know. But yeah. Saritsa might need a not need a Scoffy, should still be coming during 7X. Right, like, that's just speculation. I have absolutely no idea what character's going to come out between now and the Saritsa, so maybe she'll have a better support. Maybe she'll only want to have a team full of Snezhnaya. I hope not, because I'm only pulling for her. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just kind of right now. I'll just dump all the summons for the Saritsa if she comes out and you all want to see me summon for her live. I can do it against in stream, but yeah, like she's just so far away. It's really hard to say definitively what I'm gonna do for that or not. I know that I'll get her. The extent of that is completely dependent on what happens with her and her kit and what characters are out at the time and things like that. But yeah, so those are my pulling plans. Yep. Nice mascot. Thank you. It just happened to spawn. But yeah. So unfortunately, with that said, that's all the time that we have today. Our new emotes, I say emotes, there's two. The emotes will be available within tomorrow or Thursday, so keep an eye out for that. I have them set so that they're free. You don't have to be subbed to the channel to use them, so that's super epic. I will try and make a tier 1 emote because I have a few tier 1 subs, and thank you guys for that. But I don't know what it is, and I don't want to force something that's unnatural. Romer has joined the game. Smash Brothers meme title card. Romer has joined the fight. But yeah, so I will not be live tomorrow. I really need to finish some YouTube videos because I'm so behind. I'm so behind. And my YouTube stagnated, which is unlucky rubber ducky. But that's for me to worry about, not you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you, every single time coming by and hanging out. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all on Thursday. So good luck with the vids. Thank you so much. All right, so I'll see you guys.